Hi everybody, my name is the Joe Guy and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. You may notice we are here in the we're here in the throne room. Nobody to judge or anything else, I'm just back in SKYHOLD as I said I'd be in the last session. Did a whole bunch of inventory management, which I'm not going to bother going through. It's basically just updating everybody's armor and things like that. And I'm pretty sure that everybody's sort of up to date. Sorry, I mean kind of like sitting at my computer, just sort of revving myself up to do this right now. And I'm having a hard time getting my brain into commentary space, so let's commentate on a Skyfall. Right. What am I doing today? Let's think. Let's get this show on the road, because at the moment you're just talking crap into a microphone. You're not commentating. This isn't commentary, Joe. What you're doing here in SKYHOLD is you are going to the war table first and foremost. We have some catching up to do, I guess. It's been a little while since I've been to the war table. I don't want to spend too long on it or anything like that, but I have done some inventory management, as I mentioned, did it, and sold a bunch of stuff back in the Deep Roads, and you can see I'm very rich now. I'm just hitting the 100,000 air. And you can also see I have re-dyed my coat. The blue just wasn't really hitting me in the right place. So I've gone kind of retro with it, aside from the high ever stuff. It's fennec fur, as my original coat was back when I was, oh god, in Haven, I guess. So now we're here, and let's just go to the war table. I also would like to speak to everybody and do the catching up, as I am wont to do, of a session. So war table stuff first. We'll set a few things to take over, and then we'll go chat to people. And then, I don't really know, it's kind of hitting me that aside from a lot of this stuff, I don't really have too much else to do except for what Pride had wrought. I mean, like, there's DLCs to do after this, so we're nowhere near the end of the series, but still. Let's, yeah, before I do that, I want to deal with the Divine situation, which I will talk about. And I think, after last session when I beat the Guardian, I think my audio, this new thing I'm doing with the audio, it should be okay. I've tweaked it a little bit since last time, but I think it came out pretty well, actually. So just feedback is absolutely welcome, because I can't comb every inch of these videos anymore. I just don't have time. But I would love to hear if you think that my voice should be louder or quieter or silent. I've had feedback saying I should be silent before. I'm sure we all have in our lives. First of all, let's grab ourselves a perk. So, yeah, okay, increase in experience. I turned the slow slow and steady trial off under the trials menu, so I'm actually rocking no trials whatsoever at the moment, though I might do even ground again. For a while, just the leveling up wasn't of interest to me, but now that I've kind of got it in my head that I might want to do some loadouts and things like that, and I don't know, going through the tactics and stuff like that in preparation for the Guardian fight, and then having everything go so well, you know, despite the casual difficulty. I'm back up to normal difficulty, by the way. Kind of made me think that, you know, I'm kind of lazing my way through this combat. It might be better if I actually put some more effort into it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I haven't decided that for sure. I might just coast along and just enjoy the story as I have been, but meh. So here we go. 10% increase to all defenses. That's kind of nice. Focus to 300. 3rd tier focus effect for abilities can now be triggered. So it is a tier thing. That makes sense, actually. But nothing else in here which is really leaping out at me. Maximum usable harvest from each plant. Grants an additional 50 XP for each foe studied. That could get me a level on its own, actually. Tier 1 herbs and yeah, so on and so forth. Connections, sterling reputation. Discount and on buying and selling. Yeah. The rare stocks. Friends in high places. Messengers when they have sales in their stores. God, my ear is itchy. Here we go. Alright. I feel it. Microphone. There you go. Sorry about that. And lastly, just general Inquisition stuff. So the inventory capacity one was actually one I've been eyeing up for a little while. One more potion slot. It could be handy too. Increase inventory. I might get the increased inventory capacity. I mean, it's not too often an issue, but it's an issue enough. And it's a fairly speedy affair to organize inventory in this game, which I actually appreciate. Partially because it's been stripped down, which is kind of a shame, but... Ooh, I don't know. Where's the, Eagle-eyed. Yeah, okay, so I got the enhanced thing. In that case, let's get the anti-ventilating. There we go. Boom. Higher inventory. Yes. So we got a bunch of people in Orlais, and then the Thibault family is becoming a clear favourite in the war of station that is ongoing between the noble houses. The Bordelons have all but ceased to exist socially, and many are scrabbling for traditional alliances. Lady Estouche Richelieu has emerged as a strong voice at court and is suggesting several arranged marriages to solidify ties, and presumably the standing of her house as arbiter and matchmaker. I don't quite remember the details of that, but I'm pretty sure that's the desired effect. Sutherland and his company dealt with the Darkspawn threat. Lord Irrelevant paid no attention to them. I believe he was expecting a larger force he could posture against, not young adventurers. Such a shame disappointment. Cool, Sutherland did well. I was hoping so. Excellent. And then a formally submitted report. Some animals in regions with closed rifts exhibit fewer altered behaviors, but the results are inconsistent. Several anomalies in hunting patterns suggest the breach still impacts local wildlife. Furthermore, some species persist in erratic behaviors. I suspect that both the opening and closing of rifts causes fluctuations in the veil that continue to disturb their natural instincts. Long-term effects unknown. Studying the flight patterns of local songbirds may yield further results. Oh, cool. Okay, that's good. Counteract. We've got a master corrupting room from that. Several reasons. Ah, the crows. Huh. It's from Zevran. I'm not going to do the voice this time. My friends, I did enjoy our little adventure, and I hate to be a bother, but I believe you owe me a favour. After all, Lord Enzo is quite dead. As you may recall, the crows and I are not on the best of terms. They're not pleased I stole their target out from under them. It means they don't get paid. They could have taken credit for my work, but I had already written to their employer. I earned the prize, after all. The crows would like to speak to me, as you can imagine. They've sent more of their number to Hercynia. It's time I left the free marches. Okay, false leads. Trip to Denerim. And send soldiers to sweep Hercynia for any remaining Venatori. If Zevran left with our men, it may go unnoticed. That's a good plan, Cullen, actually. But I think that for old time's sake, Liliana should be the one to help Zevran. Oh, here we go, yeah. A letter written, and I think I knew what I want to be with this. Yeah, deception. Excuse me. Was the sky torn open having beset? Yeah, we needed the men you would have persuaded someone to part with them, or with or without the treaties. We're not making reparations for doing what we had to do. What no one else could have done. Don't forget the Warrens were exiled from southern Thedas by the power of the Inquisition. We've seized our holdings. Anything owed them is now owed us. Okay. Yeah. Do you know, more and more, this is here. Do we want the Inquisition to survive beyond Corypheus' defeat? There's been this underlying thing of, does the Inquisition stick around after Corypheus has been dealt with? And I'm leaning more towards yes. I mean, I don't really... We've rocked the world quite a bit, and I think it would kind of be irresponsible just to up and leave after we've done our thing, especially with all the influence that we hold. Yeah. Step forward, not back. No apologies. What happened with the Warrens gives us more authority than ever to use the treaties.
Inquisitor.
Said Josephine on it. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay, we'll deal with them in a second. What's this? How do people remove the downward pointing triangular symbols from an outpost? They've not made a reappearance, which means little. Oh yeah, that strange secret cult. It's clear someone is interested in the Inquisition, someone organized. Ties to those across the sea. We've eliminated the Kunari. Nonetheless, knowing who they're not does not tell us who they are, what they're doing. They're clever, we know that. Then they have resources, but so do we. They should learn that they are not to toy with the Inquisition. Nope. Once again, Cullen's approach of fuck it doesn't really help us. It's the resources. Dance to the Dowager, which for some reason I doubt Cullen will be too amenable to either. Someone from Dagna. I have a request, a favor really. A lot of people helped me get where I am today, and I've thanked them all except one, my father. He didn't really help exactly. Forbid is closer, yeah. But family's family. Just like Lyrian can only be worked by those who can't dream of the fade, I am the person I am today because my father shaped me. I still owe him for who I am. Trouble is, what I am is castless. I can't ever go back, and everything I've ever been sent has been refused. Put together a little package that could arrive in Orzammar with a little Inquisition flair. Someone to wow the gates, maybe get my father to look at it. That would be ever so sweet of you. Right, yeah. I like Josephine's for that. And this is a diplomatic mission. You gotta... Let's see if we can spot something which Cullen would be good for. No offense, Cullen. Yep. What's this? Dorian has completed his research using the Liberalum, Corypheus and Ancient Magister, but it's worth noting that the House Amularidad, that's even the acquisition... Yeah, okay, cool, worthy of a scandal. Again, this is a fish out of water situation for Cullen. There's so little which a deft hand would not be better approaching. And we all know what I mean by that. Cullen is a deft commander of troops. By definition, they are hammer. Not a knife. So I think maybe let's, Copies of Harden Hightown and okay, we found several similarities in Varric's book. While slightly off, Dead Magistrate was not his home. Yada yada yada. Rip-off book shows numerous grammatical and spelling errors that seem random, but ciphers. No, for goodness sake, Cullen, it would help me a lot more if you actually seem to... What's this? Songstress comes with lies and thought. Okay. No, this is ridiculous. That's really starting to annoy me, Cullen. You're really starting to annoy me, Cullen. Go gather coin, for goodness sake. No, we're rich now. Frickin' hell. Go to the Exalted Plains and just grab some metals or something.
Inquisitor.
You useless bundle of swords. Okay. It has seemed vastly that the smart tactic is to send not Cullen to deal with a variety of issues. Which begs the question, I wonder if that's just me. That'd be really interesting to know for people who've played this game. Did you send... Oop. Did you find yourself sending Cullen on missions a lot more than you did me? I mean, I know this, like, ignoring and rising above things, is like a valid tactical approach. It's not laziness, it's prioritization, I guess you could say. But when he's not doing anything anyway, it's, yeah, I don't know, it's not my nature to leave a situation unaddressed.
Inquisitor?
Hey, Josie.
A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Excellent.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Marquise Hedinel is here, but Her Grace sends her apologies for missing dinner. Allergies, I'm afraid.
Really?
Allergies to what?
Wheat, eggs, honey, meat, most fish, some poultry, and even peppers, winter fruits, and every nut under the sun.
What does the Marquise
Goddamn.
subsist on?
No spite, according to her siblings, as the Marquise had the fortune to be firstborn of her family. Try to avoid invitations to any of their luncheons.
I will do my best. God damn, that's some heavy inbreeding.
Yes?
Thank God she's a noble, otherwise she'd be all dead and shit. I really do feel like I asked about this stuff, but it's very difficult to say.
Tell me about the Montiliers.
Well, my parents are alive and in good health. They live in our estate in Antiva City. Of my 4 siblings, most attend to the running of the family vineyards. That reminds me, I must ask someone to make sure Yvette attends the spring reception at the palace. My youngest sister has no head for social engagements.
Ah, yes, I remember her.
Why are you overseeing your siblings' social lives?
It's Antivan custom. After a certain age, the heir apparent runs the family's estate to prove they're worthy of succession.
Makes sense.
If you're unfit for the task, the heads of the house, usually one's parents, may decree a new heir.
Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't asked this stuff, actually.
What do these Antivan heads of the household do if they don't run it?
They work and provide guidance. I've taken advice from my parents. Well, mostly mother. Father's more of an artist. It's rather gauche, but we never can dissuade him from running his own salons. Between him and my siblings, mother's looking forward to my taking over the estate.
Yeah, takes all sorts to make a world.
I imagine there must be give and take between a family heir and their parents.
There is a fair amount of arbitration. Bickering, if one is less polite. But managing the estate is my duty. As much work as it is, I will not shirk it.
That's fair enough.
Is running your family's estate that important to you?
I'm responsible for their welfare. A Montilier never shuns their familial duty. Taxing as those duties can sometimes be.
Huh.
Maybe your siblings could help lighten your burden.
You don't know them. But Lorien in charge, or Antoine, or Yvette? No, truly. It must be me.
Fair enough. I mean, your family... it's been a running theme with you, for sure, so once this is all over, you should have more time to deal with that. So I don't remember asking that before, actually, so I feel like this is familiar.
You haven't really gone into detail about how you know Liliana.
We met... let me think. We met the last few years of my schooling, but we became friends after I became ambassador to Olay.
Really?
It seems terrifyingly long ago now.
Was she a bard at that time, I wonder?
How exactly did you and Liliana reconnect in the Inquisition?
I discovered my family had been overcharging a merchant we traded with for months. Our name carries a great deal of trust in Antiva. I spent weeks arranging a string of favors as suitable recompense. Apparently satisfied, the merchant extended me an invitation to her estate. Liliana greeted me in place of the merchant.
Interesting.
I assume the entire problem was some form of trial.
You assume correctly. Liliana claimed she needed someone of painful integrity for the Inquisition.
Oh.
I accepted, once she finally explained what it was.
Haha.
Do you remain close?
Yes, but she's grown so much more distant than the outgoing woman I met in Valroyo.
I know.
Liliana used to wander the Orlesian courts, singing the sweetest songs, charming the greatest wits. Now she collects secrets and takes risks that would make empires tremble. I worry, but she will not hear it.
She's very good at what she does.
Does Liliana confide in you?
She enjoys revisiting our more disastrous adventures. Liliana used to concoct the most ridiculous plans. Run if you ever see her with a twine ball, a measuring stick, and a handkerchief.
Okay. Okay.
Who rules Antiva?
Officially, the Principality of Antiva is governed by His Majesty King Fugelno II. In
Fugelno.
reality, Antiva's merchant princes rule the country in everything but name.
Ah, yes.
Quite loudly, I might add.
What sort of dealings did you have with these merchant families?
As ambassador, I attended Privy Council meetings in a mediatory capacity. May I just say, one has never heard an argument until they've sat in on 15 princes howling down each other's tariff suggestions.
I don't know. It sounds familiar from Dwarven shit.
That sounds more like a mob than a meeting.
It's all a part of life in Antiva. Our traditions value passion and romance. A certain exuberance of style.
She is a little bit, or her outfit is.
Are you positive you're Antivan?
Ha!
I can be most exuberant when it's called for. Just at the right moments, and in a proper fashion. Might we speak of something else?
Sure. Tell me about Antiva. Antiva. Antivan
What's
tea.
the land like in Antiva?
The settled areas are quite lush. The vineyards run as far as the eye can see in some places. Antiva City, however, perches right up against the Rialto Bay. That's what I miss most. The sea crashing against the maze of the docks.
I have difficulty seeing you wandering round a trading port.
Everyone in Antiva City spends time by the ships, my lord. The finest restaurants and poets all make their habitation by the sea. The waterfront's never still. Lanterns are lit along the promenade no matter what the weather.
God, that sounds really nice, actually.
Are you ever homesick?
Occasionally. When a breeze stirs the trees in the garden, I sometimes pretend it's the sound of the surf. Do you know, I even miss those terrible squawking birds infesting the harbor. My youngest sister used to throw whole loaves of bread to the gulls. Silly thing.
Yeah. Alright, well, nice catching up, Jussie.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
It is, it's good. I mean, we've spoken about our pass, me and Josephine, a few times, I think. But it's cool to get these in-depth conversations still here and there. Even if some of it's kind of treading old ground, which it doesn't really feel like, but I think there's some repetition in there. And I think that may happen. It's been a long old game, you know? And this is definitely shaping up to be the longest of my Dragon Age series, partially because of all the side stuff. Speaking of, I am considering doing some side stuff because, well, one thing that I do want to get done is a better courtyard, and we need a quarry and a logging stand for that stuff. I don't really know where's best to do that, though. I mean, I don't need that before the end game, I suppose. There's going to be DLC to do, and I think I'll be able to go in and around SKYHOLD whilst doing that DLC. I don't know, I might just risk that. Like, the courtyard is fine. Like, we've got the garden, and we got I guess that's the courtyard down there! Down there, and it's a bit ramshackle, sure. But hey, I mean, priorities and all that. What was the other thing I bought? Oh, the Mage's Tower. Yeah, there's a little minimalist, but that's not too bad. Hey. Talk to me, dwarf.
Something you wanted to talk about?
Oops.
Carry on.
What can I do for you, your inquisitorialness?
I've read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Yep.
Carry on.
If you've got questions, I'm your dwarf.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
I just want to hear that luxurious voicely pace. Hey.
My friend.
Anything new?
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I think I have shared everything of note.
Really?
I should spend some time encountering more stories.
Fair enough. We definitely covered that one, so
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
I'm okay with most people not having too much to say. I really just want to touch base with people. Get up and have a chat with Dorian, see how he's doing. I feel like I haven't taken Dorian out for a while. I think I'm gonna take him on the next thing.
Something you need?
No, I guess I'm good.
I should go. Naturally.
I should go. Is that how I sound? When I say it, it sounds much cooler. Let's go have a chat with our ruthless queen up here. Hey.
I didn't get the chance to say so earlier, but welcome back to SKYHOLD. After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good to stand on solid ground again.
It's funny, and it's a different place. It doesn't feel... Does it? That was a long time ago. I was going on a whole journey of self-discovery thing. I didn't think too hard about the environment. And I'm continually adjusting the microphone just because it's paranoid that it's not sounding quite right. But I guess overall...
The ground in the Fade feels much the same. It's just more likely to disappear.
Well, you can breathe easy. I've not yet known the ground here to disappear.
I have.
But I suppose nothing is certain these days.
I literally have. Is that a reference?
Anything I should know?
Having the Templars join the Inquisition has done wonders for our reputation. The people trust the Templars, and now they trust us.
I think that's...
I'll leave you to your...
I may have talked about this. Again, long old fucking game. That the most controversial decision I ever made in this game was definitely siding with the Templars. For the absolutely obvious reasons. I mean, not only are they working against all the baggage that they were working with, it's not just in terms of characters, but players are mad at the Templars for everything that they did. I ain't gonna say that's wrong either. But also, people just, I don't know, I feel like I've heard equal, and this is maybe confirmation bias, I've heard equal people say that the Templar quest is better to the Mage's quest is better. And I don't really want to go report to Cullen. What am I going to do? Struggle to find a job for him again? Where am I? Oh, yes. What the hell was I saying? I was saying that Yeah. Before I did the, I chose between mages and Templars wrong way. I heard a lot of people say that the Templar quest was better, you know, late game and stuff like that.
If you require any assistance.
And I still sort of made the choice based on what I think Markus would do. But at the same time, afterwards, I heard a ton of people saying, God, you missed out on so much not doing the mage's side of the quest. I was just like, well, nobody was arguing that side of things pre that choice, unfortunately. And I'm not saying it would have changed my mind, because I was trying to make the decision in character as much as possible. And I like, personally, I don't know what the mage quest was, aside from, you know, what people have told me, which in fairness is a fair bit. But I like that it's, you know, Markus doing the Templar thing as a mage. That feels just like an interesting dynamic, and the Templars haven't come up too much here, but it certainly feels like the Inquisition is a bit more legitimate having sided with a power like that. I don't know. Anyway, I don't regret the choice at all. It's an interesting one. Oh, hello.
I expected ruins.
They were. As you see, the Inquisition has not been idle.
Interesting.
Would it be possible to meet the Herald before we return to Ghislaine?
My dear Laurent, for you, anything.
Oh, I'm mingling. Here I go, once more into the breach again.
Allow me to present Inquisitor Trevelyan.
Your worship, you do us great honor.
Inquisitor, this is my dear Bastien's sister, Grand Cleric Marceline.
Really?
And his son, Duke Laurent of the Council of Heralds.
Madame de Fer has told us what great trials you faced, trying to save my poor brother's life.
Yeah?
The Maker called my father to his side. It was valiant of you to champion him in his final hours.
It was just a wyvern. Who are they talking about?
If only I'd been able to save Bastien.
The Circle of Magi told Bastien many years ago that his illness was incurable. It was simply his time.
Would you mind waiting for me in the chapel, my dears? The Inquisitor and I have business to discuss.
It has been our very great pleasure, Herald.
It is not good that I do not remember who your son is.
This has been
Or the
quite the
brother,
triumph,
should
hasn't
say.
it? They just adore you.
Yeah, well, I mean... Why are they here? Well, they seem very nice.
Duke Bastien's family seem quite pleasant.
Ordinarily, I would have warned you that Marceline has the temper of a hungry vulture, but she's quite taken with you.
Really?
Laurent is a dear, almost as pious as his aunt,
Oh, I
and
see.
new to a seat of great power in the Empire. And Marceline is one of the strongest voices among the Grand Clerics. Now they will both come to us for advice. The Inquisition is truly a power now, and there's no telling how far its influence will reach. But enough of this talk. Here, I have something for you. I commissioned this ring from the Formari, the greatest enchanters in all Thedas, for you.
Thank you very much. I've remembered who it is now. It was her little side quest with the Wyvern Heart. And what I think might have been her lover or something like that. Whether that was the attempt at a cure or something like that, I don't know, but it was just his time. Thank you.
This is a generous gift. Thank you, Vivienne.
Once it was customary for the circles to craft enchantments for their staunchest friends and allies.
Really?
And you have been both. I must go to see my guests now. Another time, darling.
Thank you. Cool. What did I get? Nothing. It's just a symbol, I guess. Ring of the Formari. Maybe I'll get it eventually. Sometimes this stuff takes a while to update. Right, well, is there... I guess I go to the gardens now.
Fire at the heart of the
Yeah, here we go.
and come
Lovely Chantry Gardens. You know, it would be nice to upgrade the courtyard as well. Get a full SKYHOLD before we go on the final mission. We'll see, we'll see. Hey.
My Lord Inquisitor.
I'd like to know more about you.
If you have questions, then ask.
I don't have
I'll
questions,
leave you to
apparently.
the garden.
As you like.
Let's see how Giselle's doing. If she has anything new to say.
Though the darkness comes upon me,
Herald
I shall
of
embrace the
Andraste.
light.
You know,
shall weather
I know I've
the
been funny about Giselle recently, but I gotta remember that she really helped me turn around after the conversation I had about not being the Herald, or being the Herald. I think it's because of her that I feel even somewhat comfortable calling myself the Herald of Andraste despite everything that happened.
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
How are our forces at SKYHOLD doing?
We have many injured. The siege of Adamant was brutal for all involved. Even so, more flock to your banner. They have heard that the Inquisition defeated the legendary Grey Wardens. Your soldiers have been blooded, Inquisitor. They are veterans now. An army in more than just name.
Okay.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. With the rift near Crestwood sealed, the villagers have begun rebuilding their homes and lives. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Okay, thank you.
Farewell, revered mother.
Until next time.
Jill, maybe what I feel like doing right now is, yeah, Red Emprise de Lyon, and people are vanishing there. And... oh, yes. Yeah, that's the Emerald Graves. Okay, that's fine. And that's it, right? The Exalted Plains. Done that. Got to the Exalted Plains. I think I spent too much time in that place. Haven't been to the Frostbite Basin. I don't think I've been to the Hissing Waste. Yeah. So I've got 3 other areas to advance to, and I want one with a quarry and with a logging stand. So trees and mines, basically. Trees and mines. Hearts and mines. Where am I going? Oh, yes. I'm heading out into the courtyard. I think I would like to do that. I guess you gotta follow your gut in games like this, and you know, I gotta backtrack on certain aspects of things that I said that I do. But who cares? You just gotta do with what I feel like at any one time, and I don't know. We'll see.
The sight of you warms the heart.
Hey.
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the new recruits. Liliana says spies are inevitable, and I agree.
Fair enough.
That's enough for now.
We shall speak again soon.
I'm assuming the let's spend time together thing just gives me that scene over and over and over again. I can't see it doing otherwise. You gotta bear in mind that I may not, I don't need to go up here. I might not even make it out of SKYHOLD this recording session, and my desires may have completely changed by the time that I get round to, you know, coming back to this. I may want to carry on with the main quest, or oofed. I don't know. Playing video games is hard. How long have we been going for? About half an hour? Yeah, I reckon we can probably call this episode here on a stool. In the next episode, we'll chat with people in the pub as we do, and then, yeah, we'll carry on with doing what we gotta do, so see you soon.
Of course.